evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Husson Eagles Sports Network, where we are getting ready for a North Atlantic Conference women's soccer matchup between the Husson Eagles and the University of Maine-Presque Isle Owls here at Boucher Field. Caden Trennan would join alongside Sam Miller, giving us analysis. One thing that sticks out immediately for this Eagles team, who is looking to improve to 6-1 on North Atlantic Conference play, sophomore Devin St. Louis getting another nod in the starting 11 after having a great past couple of weeks, including 2 goals last time out versus Keene State, helping the Eagles win 3-2. Sam, what would we expect from an offensive performance from not only St. Louis, but this entire Eagles team against Umpy?
Well, the thing that I've noticed with the Eagles so far this year is they love to control the sideline. They love working the ball up that sideline. They really like dictating the pace of the game. St. Louis in particular has scored 7 goals on the season. Her shot percentage on goal has been around 68%, which has been very solid for her. So I can expect her to be a very big part of this Eagles offense going forward.
Absolutely. For Umpy, on the other hand, still searching for that first win under first-year head coach Colby Phillips. They have a uphill battle tonight, Sam, dealing with some injuries, so they only have 11 players, meaning no subs at all, and now they're playing one of the best teams, if not the best, arguably, in the North Atlantic Conference. What does Umpy have to do to break through, ending that 13-game losing streak?
Yeah, so from right out of the gate, what they want to do is just try to control the pace of the game as quickly as possible. As we mentioned, Husson loves to just get out running and make sure that they're in control from the very get-go. And one thing that we could say about the Owls is that they've been very low on penalties this year, so that they've got that going for them. What they're going to want to do is try to get as many shots on goal as possible. They struggle well in the offensive end. They only have like 6.6 shots per game this year compared to the opponent's 22. So if they're able to get out and score quickly, it could be a very interesting game here.
Absolutely. The Umpy Owls, led by senior Alexis Ireland. Out of her career, 44 for 44 in games started. Every time she has played a game, she has started. She has been an impact player. And after tonight, she's going to put in 90 minutes. And after tonight, she will be over the 4,000-minute mark in her career. Last season, third in goals with 12 in the North Atlantic Conference. She was trailing Natalie Alviola, and she was first in points per game with 2.8. She is an absolute threat. Hasn't been able to turn it on as much as she did last year. Only 6, but, I mean, 6 is still quite a good number, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. She's definitely been one of the brighter spots for the struggling Owls offense this year, so expect her to be a very big part of the Owls game plan in this game tonight.
Umpy. Start of the year, they were really competitive, but as we said, they started dealing with some injuries, and since then, that offense has really tallied off. In their last 7-8 games, they've only had 1 goal, and, I mean, that's what they got in their first game. So they really got to start turning something on. They're probably out of North Atlantic Conference play now. They're fighting just for moral victories, but you don't want to give up. Never want to give up. We're going to turn it over. Tyler Huey will give us the national anthem and our starting lineups. We'll be right back.
North Atlantic Conference at Husson University promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at today's contest. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Boucher Field. Now at this time, let's introduce the starting 11 for the Owls of UMaine-Presque Isle. In goal, number 1, Marissa Havey. Number 0, Maggie Curry. Number 4, Molly Goodman. Number 5, Sierra Bryant. Number 7, Madison Miller. Number 8, Amelia Ivy. Number 9, Courtney West. Number 15, Alexis Ireland. Number 19, Taylor Marston. Number 20, Jocelyn Gagnon. And number 24, Alex Harrington. The Owls are under the direction of head coach Colby Phillips, and he's assisted by Kelly Marston and John Alla. Now at this time, let's introduce the starting 11 for your Husson University Eagles. In goal, a sophomore from Manchester, New Hampshire, number 1, Madison Weigler. A junior from Bangor, Maine, number 2, Mackenzie Lambert. A sophomore from Ellsworth, Maine, number 8, Addie Lasley. A graduate student from Rockport, Maine, number 9, Charlotte Messer. A senior captain from Salem, Massachusetts, number 10, Lindsay Russell. A freshman from Carmel, Maine, number 12, Lindsay Reed. A sophomore from Holden, Maine, number 13, Devin St. Louis. A sophomore from Kingston, Massachusetts, number 17, Kendra Donahue. A junior from Hudson, Florida, number 21, Natalie Aviola. A sophomore from Deerfield, New Hampshire, number 23, Kaylee Nolt. And a junior captain from Portsmouth, Rhode Island, number 26, Megan Buddymeyer. The Eagles are coached by Dennis Mullins, and he's assisted by Lauren Crofton McDonald, Nick Christensen, and Matt Goodman. Fans, at this time, we ask that you all please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And we are back. First half about to get underway. Another key thing we missed in that pregame show, Sam. Pretty sure junior midfielder Sophia Mullins not getting a start tonight. Pretty much started every game for these Eagles since coming here as a freshman. Not getting the start tonight. I'm pretty sure she's third on the team in minutes, so what do you do when you're missing a big midfield presence like that? You obviously got to play the game a little bit differently.
Yeah, of course, with Mullins out, it's actually hard for this Eagles team, but it's got to be a next woman up mentality for this team. With somebody as vital as Mullins for this team, you're going to need to be next person ready to get in that rotation and help the Eagles in any way they can.
Absolutely. We've seen it plenty of times this year. A bunch of players who didn't necessarily get a lot of starting minutes in the start of the season have really stepped up these last couple of weeks. Think back to Keene State, got a 3-2 win. I mean, they had a tough game against Leslie the day before, long road trip down, went to Keene State, played a lot of the bench players, so to say, but they played really well. St. Louis, we talked about it, got the 2 goals. Now she's starting tonight. That's how you kind of prove yourself. We saw with Addie Lasley last year, coming off the bench to start the season, became a consistent starter like she is tonight. And the Eagles have looked really good.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This team for the foreseeable future is going to be very, very deep and very, very scary. As you said, we saw with St. Louis in that last game against Keene State. This Eagles team has depth all around, and they will be scary tonight, going forward, and in the future.
Humpy has yet to take the field after starting lineups, but it does look like, oh, they were in my blind spot. They're breaking their huddle now. But Husson looks like they will start the ball, attack to the left. Humpy in blue Going to the right. Here's Aviola, the dangerous midfielder. She's played everywhere so far. She's played a lot of midfield as of late, kind of playing an attacking midfielder role. This one will go out for an early corner for the Eagles, and we are on record watch for Aviola, sitting at 104 points on the all-time record counter, closing in on that 5th spot, held by Katie Callaghan, played from 98 to 01, who's at 108. Ball comes in, mishandled by the keeper. Nolt's there, but she will be offsides, and it will be an umpy free kick deep in their zone.
Yeah, you can tell just from the very get-go when Aviola brought that ball up, the Eagles are looking to play fast, and they're looking to play very smart here. As soon as they got that ball up, looked right on the sideline, they're going to be trying to get to that for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. We've seen it quite a lot. We saw it against SUNY Pauley. More recently, the Eagles got out to a really, really fast start, scoring 3 goals in pretty much the first 20 minutes. Really shut down Pauley, got everybody in that game. There's a touch there by St. Louis. Will go out of bounds for a goal kick. And we talked about it a little bit, Sam, in the pregame show. I want to go over it again. What do you do playing a team like the Eagles, who are one of the better teams in the North Atlantic Conference? You got no subs. You're going to have every single player out on that field tonight playing 90 minutes for umpy. No one's going to get a break. What do you do in that situation?
Yeah, see, when it comes to playing a team like the Eagles, which are very balanced on both offense and defense, what it really comes down to is playing together and playing with tough mental fortitude. As you said, there's going to be no substitutions for this umpy team, so they're really going to have to be mentally strong and physically strong to be able to hang in this game with an Eagles team that has been red hot as of late.
Out of their last 5 games, Eagles only losing 1 to Leslie. That one is pretty much a crucial one. Leslie was sitting right behind the Eagles in North Atlantic Conference in play. Eagles went down there, lost 2-4, but they rebounded, as we've said, with a 3-2 win against Keene State. But you would love to have that Leslie one back, as now Leslie holds the tiebreaker for North Atlantic Conference match, so Leslie might be able to host over the Eagles. As an offside was called, and we will get a free kick for umpy. This one goes up, challenged by Buddy Meyer. Nolt will get it. He'll swing it over to Donahue. Donahue way back over to Lambert. Lambert up to Aviola, who looks like she is taking over the Mullins role in that midfield play with St. Louis and Lasley up top. Aviola normally in that striker role, but as we said, kind of settling more into an attacking midfield role, has taken over the Mullins spot on the field tonight.
That's going to be really good if you're the Eagles when you have someone as talented as Aviola filling in for a player which is as crucial as Mullins is, being able to fill any position needed on the field.
Messer with the cross. Buddy Meyer passes it up to Russell. Russell with a shot. Blocked. Buddy Meyer gets the ball back. Just a little wide. Couldn't get a good foot on it. And it'll be out for a goal kick. The Eagles, the offensive defense so far has looked really good, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw that straight kick away right to the corner. It looked like a pretty straight shot from there. Couldn't seem to get it quite down. And we'll see if the Owls can capitalize on that opportunity.
So play we've seen a lot from the Eagles, a regroup deep to Nolt, Donahue, and Lambert, trying to make something happen. Just kind of stretch this defense out. Lambert gives it up to Aviola. Aviola trying to find St. Louis, but it will be out, deflected for an Eagles throw-in.
You got to give credit to Amelia Ivey right there to halt the drive from Aviola right there and see if these Owls can get some sort of fortitude here on defense.
This will go out. We'll do it again. The Eagles throw it in. Lambert to Aviola. Aviola couldn't get it. Messer with a shot. 1-0 Eagles. Just like that, Sam. We said it. Eagles got to come out flying, and they do.
Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning of the game, how vital Aviola is to this Eagles team, not only scoring the ball, but making plays like that. Found Messer running up the middle of the field and snipes it right in to give these Eagles an early lead.
Aviola, I thought that ball was going out. She did a great job keeping it in play, crossing it to Messer, finishing it. And now Eagles in firm control, only 5 minutes in. Goodman will kick the ball off all the way back to the defense. Humpy trying to force something up. It'll be a turnover, and it looks like it will go out for a Husson throw-in. Buddy Meyer looks to be taking it. She'll give it up to Nolt. Nolt looking for something. Looks like she was trying to aim for Lambert on the far side, but Aviola regains the possession anyway. She's going to pass it up, trying to find Messer again. Ball will go out. Believe that will be for an Eagles corner kick as it was deflected off of Marston. Freshman out of Presque Isle, Maine, has played every single minute for this Owls team.
Yeah, Marston's definitely been one of the more brighter spots on the defensive end for these Owls. Very high soccer IQ, read that play like a book, and has given these Owls a chance to get this ball back up the field for them.
Short ball played. Was that Messer again? It must have been. 2-0 Eagles off the corner kick. Short ball played in. It looks like it was actually called offsides on the play. Line judge in the blind spot. Messer plays it in. Lasley will take it to the flag. Cuts back. What a move. Lasley. Buddy Meyer regains the possession. Gives it up to Nolt. Eagles will try to reset. Donahue takes it in the midfield circle. Lambert on the wing. Aviola trying to chip it for St. Louis. St. Louis cuts it back in. Gets it on the 6. Great defense by Marston. She'll get it out and away. But it'll just be taken back again by Nolt. Nolt, pressure on her by Goodman. So she'll give it up to Buddy Meyer on the wing. Buddy Meyer tried to get it to Russell, but it was turned over. Great effort by Buddy Meyer getting it back. Messer breaks through inside the 18. Has some Lasley, but Lasley couldn't get a good touch on it. Great defense by the Owls. This ball will go out for a throw-in. Buddy Meyer will take it. Gives it to Nolt. Nolt to Donahue. Looks like, Sam, the Eagles are running that 3-back line again. We saw them have success with it a lot against Tufts University. Now they're doing it again tonight. They normally ran that 2-back line with Donahue and Nolt, but led to a lot of counterattacking opportunities against teams with good pace. And now they've really transformed it to more of a 3-back line.
Yeah, got to give credit to head coach Dennis Mullins for trying something new with that 3-back line. And as you said, it looks like it's been really paying off so far, not only in that last outing, but in this game as well.
This one, the corner kick was well defended by the Owls. St. Louis gets it. She's going to walk it in a little bit. Give and go with Messer. St. Louis over the net.
Yeah, good effort there by Messer to try to get it back to Lewis for that goal, but just a little bit too high on that last kick, and we'll see how the Owls respond from here.
One thing Messer has done really well as of late, the give and go passes has looked so clean, creating a lot of opportunities for not only other players but herself in those scenarios. She has looked really commanding in the midfield. A lot of goals and assists as of late for her. Aviola trying to give a through ball to St. Louis, but it was well defended. It will be out for a throw-in. St. Louis takes it in from Lambert, and we'll try it again. Lambert back for the throw-in. This ball trickles all the way back. Donahue will take it, gives it up to Nolt. Nolt takes a few steps, taking her space. Gives it to Aviola. Aviola Comes back. Aviola with a shot. Great save there by Havey. She'll look to get this out. The Owls have not had a lot of possession over this red midfield line so far. And when they have, it's just done that. Throw in for the Eagles.
Yeah, it just seems like whenever the Owls have something going their way, it either goes, like you said, outside and results in a throw in by the Eagles, or just gets kicked out back to this side of the field altogether. So their game plan is going to have to change if they want to get some sort of momentum going here.
Absolutely. Another starter for the Eagles we didn't mention, Lindsay Reed picking up another start. She has played really well. Lasley, great save there by Havey. Lasley with a great opportunity, but back to my point, Lindsay Reed was listed as a forward coming in, but playing a lot of defensive midfield when she gets the start. Started some big games, UNE, MMA, and 45 minutes against Tufts University. She has looked really strong, a freshman out of Carmel, Maine. So here she is now playing some defense. Buddy Meyer gets control. Ref will stop the clock as it looks like Russell shaking up on the play. Explaining to the ref what happened. Looks like she will stay on the field. Looks like she was hit in the stomach, just needed a second to get up. Reed will take the drop ball, give it to Buddy Meyer on the wing. Nolt trying to give something to Messer in the midfield, taken away. Nolt just wins it back though. Giving up a 50-50 ball for Aviola, who wins it. Aviola through ball to Lasley. Lasley, we know she's quick. Look at her go. Cross. Tried to give it back to Aviola. No go, as it will be cleared out for Buddy Meyer, and she will take the throw in.
Yeah, as we discussed at the beginning of the game, Caden, the Eagles just love to do that. Get out, get the ball out, and just run. We saw it with Aviola, found Lasley in the corner, testing it up for that kick, and just didn't go the way they wanted it to. But I'm sure we'll be seeing plenty of those opportunities tonight.
Lambert with a cross. It was played by Miller. I think Havey thought it was off her leg, so she couldn't pick it up, of course. That being the rule, the player, if your own player kicks it, goalie cannot pick it up. It will be a handball violation, and that would be a penalty kick. So I think Havey got a little scared, didn't pick it up, but either way, it went out for the goal kick. Russell wins the 50-50 ball in the midfield. Messer wins it, cut back, takes a low shot. Havey makes the diving stop. This Eagles team is not afraid to shoot today, Sam.
Absolutely not, and got to give credit to Havey. She's been active early coming into this game. She has 81 saves on the season, so she is a very, very talented goalie. So we'll see how she can respond to this Eagles offense coming down the field. And with players like Aviola, Messer, and the rest of the squad just aiming into that goal, we'll see if they can keep her on her toes tonight.
Lambert gets the pass. She's going to try something. Messer with it. Messer picks up her second in the first 13 minutes. Messer has a brace. 2-0 Eagles.
Yeah, right on cue, as we said. Havey's going to be kept on her toes, and that certainly is happening right now. Lambert with a great find to Messer. Messer rifles it in, and the Eagles are out to a quick 2-0 start in this game.
Going back to your point, she faces a lot of shots. That and Havey. She has faced a total probably.
Husson University
So this is
goal,
split
recipient
with
of the game, scorer number 9, Charlotte Messer.
Curry, who was part of a
Assisted
dual
by number 2,
goaltending
Mackenzie
tandem, but
Lambert.
due to the injuries, Curry has actually been playing in the midfield. You can see her out on the wing right now next to Lambert. But a total, this Umpy team lets up 22 shots per game on average, 5 goals per game. So they keep Havey on her toes. Lasley gets the volley. Bouncing around. Addie Lasley gets hers. And how about that? 1-2 just like that.
Yeah, well, if it ain't, you know that saying, if you blink and you might miss, that's certainly been the name of the game for the Eagles so far this year. Lasley once again just showing off that speed, getting it right in for the Eagles, and the Eagles are just getting everywhere they want to right now in this game.
Absolutely. Lasley with her 7th goal on the year, tying St. Louis, but both of them will trail Aviola, who has 10. Russell,
Assisted by number 9, Charlotte
hard
Messer.
challenge in the midfield. She will draw the foul, and it will be a free kick for the Eagles. If you're the head coach for this Umpy team, in this case, Coach Colby Phillips, what do you do down 3-0 early, knowing you can't sub out, can't get new legs out there? At this point of the game, how do you keep morale high?
I mean, you just got to keep that team just as encouraged as possible. As we discussed in this game, this is going to be a very tough matchup for this Umpy team with no subs at all. So they just can't be wavering. And if I'm the coach, I'm telling them, listen, just do not give up no matter what. We're at a bit of a disadvantage right now, but your mental and physical fortitude has to be at 110% if you want to stay in this game.
Russell, good turn in the midfield. She'll look to give a through ball to Lambert. Good takeaway there by Curry, the goal who started as a goalkeeper in 2 games this year. She only had 8 goals against and 25 saves in those 2 games before she had to switch to an offensive player. Now she's logged almost 600 minutes in the last 8. Which is really hard to do. I just put her down as utility, normally a baseball terminology, but she has played everywhere. Sometimes if you go backtrack through the game, she's played a little bit of defense, a little bit of midfield, a little bit of forward, and obviously the 2 games at goalkeeper. She's played everywhere on that field. The sophomore out of Presque Isle. Buddy Meyer finds Messer. Messer, a lot of open space. She'll try to cross it back. Deflected off Marston. Havey will take it. And she will look for something to break this out of the zone.
Yeah, just it looks like the Eagles, like I said, they've been dictating the pace from the very get-go, and it's showing right there. There's a lot of wide open holes in this Umpy defense right now, so they're going to have to change their strategy if they're going to want to keep the ball off their side of the field.
Nope. We'll find Donahue. Donahue. Give it up to the wing. St. Louis looking for something, looking for a cross. Well saved by Havey. Messer and Lasley. Didn't look like normally you want to stagger your run if you got 2 people running like that. They didn't do that. Led to an easy breakout. From here, that one looked in, but Aviola hit the side netting, and it will go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, go back to that last play, kid, and that was absolutely fantastic awareness there from Havey. As you said, the players did not really get where they wanted to. She was able to pick that up and had a very, very crucial save to keep these Owls going down 4 in this opening half.
Lambert wins the goal kick. That's another thing we are seeing, Sam. A lot of these goal kicks, a lot of these punts that are 50-50 in the air balls, Eagles are coming down with them, leaving this defense for the Owls just exhausted.
Yeah, been one of the best things that the Eagles have had going for them all year. One could say they're bread and butter. Those 50-50 balls have been crucial in allowing them to dictate the pace of the game, run up the field, and look for the shots that they want to. And as a result, it's worked out very well for them.
Aviola from the cross from, I think that was Buddy Meyer. She'll put another one in. Her 11th on the season, 4-0 Eagles. And we are only about 18 minutes into this game. We are already 4-0 up.
Yeah, that was an incredible find right there. And that goal right off the Chrome Dome, I believe it was Aviola. So, once again, these Eagles have just been getting literally everywhere they want to. And as you said, very early in this game. So let's see how the mental fortitude of the Owls will be tested from here on out.
Absolutely. Now we talked about The records for Aviola, only the junior, about to finish up her junior season. She hopefully will come back next year, complete the full season, but we said it before, I believe she has a goal and an assist tonight, so she's up to 107, creeping fairly close to Katie Callaghan, who's sitting fifth at 108. And for the goals, she's got a little ways to go, sitting at now 46. Leah Hibbard has 54, sitting in that third spot on the podium.
Yeah, Aviola has just been very crucial for this Eagles offense this year, Caden. I mean, it seems like anything that she can do or any play in the game, she has a stamp on it somehow. Any play on the field, off the field, she's had a massive impact for this team, and it shows.
Absolutely. One interesting stat about this Eagles team that I laugh at almost every time I redo a sheet is Natalie Aviola has 71 shots on the season. The next closest is Charlotte Messer with 30. She has doubled, plus 11, the next closest person on the shots list for this Eagles team.
Substitutions for the Eagles into the game. Number 25, Cassie Schilter, and number 19, Madison Higgins. In for number 23, Kaylee Nolt, and number 17, Kendra Donahue.
Your 1-3 in the minutes have been subbed off. Casey Schilter and Madison Higgins, two sophomore defenders who normally come in really late in the game. When they do come in, have entered the game fairly early on, taking off Donahue and Nolt. Normally that's a little scary this early on, but 4-0 lead for the Eagles. And Schilter and Higgins have looked really good as a defensive pairing for this Eagles team. The throw-in for the Owls. Devin St. Louis had a bid on it, but almost turns it over as Eagles will actually regain possession. Schilter trying to make a play on it. But that was taken away by the Owls, number 24, Alex Harrington. Goodman trying to make a cut. First real opportunity the Owls had has been squandered. Russell giving it up to Messer. Messer going out wide with it. So it'll be a foul on Messer. Free kick, Eagles.
Yeah, it looks like, I believe that was Marson who was trying to challenge Messer on the play, had a bit too much contact there. And as a result, the Eagles got another chance to put another goal right on the board for them.
Schilter to Higgins, right in that midfield circle. It's not really a play you see a whole lot in soccer, Sam, but this Eagles team has really perfected the art of the regroup. Really not trying to force anything offensively. If they don't have it, they turn it around, give it back to the D-line, try to spread out the defense and force something back in. Normally one of the speed threats or Messer in the midfield. Higgins off the post. Higgins gets her own rebound. He'll be out for a corner. Buddy Meyer will take it.
The Eagles come into this game with 62 corner kicks on the season, and once again, Havey proving her worth in that goal, saving what could have been a very big hole for the Owls to climb out of early in this first half.
Buddy Meyer finds Lasley. Lasley finds Aviola. Failed clearance for the Owls. Bouncing around. They'll finally get it out. Reed takes it to the flag. Cuts back. Crosses it in. Lasley. Lasley with a cut. Lasley finds Messer. Messer back to the midfield. Higgins with a long shot. Bobbled by Havey. Messer was there. Havey gets another save. She has been tested early on in this one, having to make some key saves. I mean, they are down 4, but Havey has looked really strong so far.
Yeah, and that last play, having the wherewithal to just drop down and cover the ball and giving Messer no opportunity to kick it into this goal and just keeps a somewhat manageable lead here for the Owls in the early going. Very smart play from Havey right there.
Throw in for West. West. Won by Reed. Russell takes it, cuts it back. Higgins trying to find Messer. She does. Great turn by Messer. Messer finds Lasley. Lasley trying to give a through ball to Buddy Meyer. But the Eagles will retain possession with a throw in. One bouncing around on the sideline. So it'll go all the way back to Schilter. Schilter to Reed. Reed finds Lambert on the wing. Lambert finds Russell right in the midfield. Russell's going to take some space. Russell's going to take a shot. Taken up by Havey. Actually looked more like a through ball to Lasley. Havey just got there first.
Yeah, I got to give credit to Sierra Bryant there for the Owls for staying in front of Russell right there and definitely altering the shot for the Owls.
Reed to Lasley. West wins the battle. Ball bouncing in the midfield. Reed will take it. Aviola takes a touch to Messer. Messer, Megs a girl. Gives it to Aviola. Aviola back out wide to St. Louis. St. Louis looking for some options with a cross. Aviola with another header. And I believe after that, she will move into fifth on the all-time points list.
This has just been an absolute clinic we've seen from the Eagles so far. One thing we really need to point out is the fact that they're moving the ball and wasting no time in doing so. It just seems like every quick little second they've got, they're moving the ball like just absolutely so fast. And in that last play, St. Louis Aviola coming across the middle. And once again, 2 off the Chrome Dome for Aviola. And this Eagles team is just having a day.
25 minutes in, 5 goals, averaging a goal every 5 minutes. This Eagles team has looked so good, connecting on almost every pass they've made, winning every 50-50 ball, playing at a different speed out there. This one will go out for a throw-in. Bryant will take it, sophomore out of Princeton, Maine. Throw it in. All deflects. St. Louis will come down with it. And it will be a throw-in, actually, for the Eagles on the outside. Ref stopped the clock. She's having a conversation out there with Ireland and Goodman. I lied. Ireland and Curry out there. Not completely sure what that was about, but hopefully nothing serious as play will resume. Throw-in comes deep to the flag. It goes. This one will just slowly roll out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for the Owls. Looks like Marston will take it. Direct shot. Aviola, great defense. Great pass by St. Louis. Aviola down the sideline. Looking for someone. Russell on the follow-up. What a shot. Tucks it under the post. Russell never give up on a play. 6-0 Eagles.
Yeah. I like what you did there with that little John Cena quote, never give up. And that's certainly what she did not do. Right place, right time for Russell right there, and the Eagles just building upon this lead in this first period.
The Eagles have looked great so far on the offense. I mean, we've said it. Connecting on almost every single pass they've made. Just keep finding each other. Looks like they got headsets on doing call-outs in video games. Just looked crazy good today.
Yeah, coming into this game, they've outscored their opponents 49-25 on the season and have shot around 9 more times on the goal than their opponents, coming in compared to 20 shots for the Eagles and 11 for their opponents. So they are definitely, they love to be on that offensive end of the field, and in this game, they've certainly taken advantage of that.
And number 26, Megan Buddymeyer.
Coach Mullins will make a change for the wings. Katie Benson, the junior, and Addison Clark, the junior. Both coming in the game, replacing Lambert and Buddymeyer on the wings. It's Clark, immediate pass. Great pass by Clark. Looked like St. Louis over there trying to get across through. Great defense there by the Owls. Clark gets it again. Finds St. Louis. St. Louis with another cross. Messer, good turn. Lasley volley off the post. Messer. Great play by Havey. Great catch. St. Louis, I mean, we brought up her goal scoring ability in the pregame show, but her crosses have looked really good today, creating a lot of opportunities, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. We call that threading the needle here in the sports world, and with that, she was able to thread it to Lasley. Put it an opportunity for the shot, we just bounced it off that hole. But as you can see, it hasn't really diminished the Eagles so far, as they are in full control of this game, and they're looking to do so for the rest of it.
I believe that was a pass by Clark over there that went untouched through the middle. Eagles regained it. Russell, Benson. Benson to Lasley. Lasley looking to cross to Aviola. Just skimmed off the Owls defender's head. Eagles regain possession inside the box. West just clears it out for an Eagles throw in. We will have another Eagles sub, Paige Dunn. Freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Will be entering for Russell in the midfield.
Substitution for the Eagles into the game, number 29, Paige Dunn, in for number 10, Lindsay Russell.
So this one will go out for another throw-in. We've seen this a lot too, Sam. The Owls not really clearing the ball, so to say, to create offense. They're just clearing it to get it out. Even if it goes out for a throw-in, they're just trying to reset back there.
Yeah, that could be good for a multitude of reasons in this game. One of them being that as a team with no subs right now, getting as much time to get your fatigue up and just build up some stamina for this game is crucial. Not to mention just any opportunity they can have to just work this ball off their side of the field and keep it away from the Eagles, is turning this game into an absolute shutout is going to be crucial.
Aviola with another heading attempt. Would have had a chrome dome hat trick, as Sam would say. Benson wins the punt in the air. Messer plays it to the line for St. Louis. St. Louis, great run. St. Louis just couldn't turn the hips enough. Ball will go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, that was great field awareness right there from Messer, seeing Benson running up that right sideline. But unfortunately, St. Louis just could not get that goal to go. And we'll see how the Owls respond from here.
Eagles win another ball in the air. Schilter looking to cut back. Great defense by Ireland. Just unfortunate for her. Goes right to Higgins. Plays it in the midfield. Believe that it's Clark right there. Actually, there's been a lot of substitutions. I don't even know who's who now. I believe that was done in the midfield. Normally you can tell by the cleats, but there's a lot of orange, bright orange cleats on the field right now. This ball will go out for a throw-in. Clark will now take it. Takes it to St. Louis. St. Louis looking for something. She makes a move. Great move towards the sideline. Crosses it in. Messer's there. Ball comes up. Dunn just skies it. Another one of those opportunities created by St. Louis. Crossing it in. I mean, no one really got a good touch on it, but they just put it into empty space, let one of the midfielders run on. It almost burned the Owls again.
Yeah, for sure, Kate. And it seemed like on that play where St. Louis got it to Messer, it looked like she wanted to control the ball and just go back to the goal, but she saw, I believe it was Russell coming down the field and set it up for her, but just went right over the goalpost.
Clark wins the ball in some open space. St. Louis is there, making a move. Goes past another defender, trying to cross it in. Well defended. Believe that was Marston making the play on that. Trickles out for a throw-in. Dunn gets it into Messer. Great play, great pass. Messer tried to volley it back across, but the Owls will get it out. Throw in now by Benson. She'll give it to Shilter. Great defense by Ireland. Ireland, haven't said her name a lot. She's been held in check, but some great defensive plays in the last couple of minutes by the forward as she just got blocked on that pass. But the Eagles on the counter. Lasley, defender on her. She makes a move, tries to force it in. Blocked. Messer with it. Messer tries to make a cut. Aviola hesitated for a second. Havey will have it for the punt.
Yeah, it looked like Messer really didn't know what to do with that kick right there, so he just decided to send it up the left side. And as you said, Kate, Aviola hesitated for just a split second, which gave Havey enough time to gather the ball and get that out for the Owls.
Aviola dumps it off to Dunn. Dunn back to Aviola. Aviola for the hat trick. She got it. First half hat trick, 7-0 Eagles. And an offensive explosion in this first half.
Yeah, I couldn't have said any better myself, Kate. And Aviola has just been putting on an absolute clinic for the Eagles right now. Scored 2 with her head, that third with the goal, and this is just a showing of how good this Eagles team will be in the upcoming playoffs.
Absolutely. You want to look your best towards the end. The Eagles are doing that right now. Important information on that goal. Paige Dunn gets her first collegiate point with an assist on it. She made a great pass to Aviola.
We talked about the depth of the Eagles this year. Paige Dunn is definitely going to be a person that they look for. They're going to be going to as these next few years come around. The freshman out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a very talented midfielder. Like a lot of people in this Husson team, very high field IQ. This Eagles team is going to be deep, and they are very dangerous.
I know this is me and you and me. It's our first broadcast together, but me and Avery say it a lot. Dennis Mullins, one heck of a recruiter. 2 straight Rookie of the Year recruits, and this is his 3rd season right here. Looking for his 3rd in a row. He'd have a perfect record in terms of Rookie of the Year recruits as a head coach. Ireland catches the Eagles out of position. She'll make a run on it. Clark gets back. Great back check by Clark, and Weigler will get tested for the first time today. It's an easy scoop up for her. She'll just give it back to Benson.
Yeah, that was the first opportunity we've seen the Owls had on their offensive side of the field. Ireland, who we talked about in the beginning of the game, could be crucial to the Owls getting on the board here. But good awareness from the Eagles, and especially from the goalkeeper Weigler to just pick up that ball.
There's another great pass by Dunn, taken by Lasley, who made a great cut, skied it over. Another great opportunity. The midfield passing has looked so good today as hat-trick girl come off her, Kay Harriman. Kay Harriman has also looked really good. Hasn't necessarily started every game, but comes off the bench and looks really good. 4 goals, 2 assists on the season, just under 700 minutes played. St. Louis, cross. Lasley. She touched it too perfectly. She trapped it right under. Not necessarily what she wanted to do. So it will go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, got to give credit to the Owls, number 7, Madison Miller, there to recognize Lasley on the side right there, hustled and got to her spot very quickly and prevented what could have been another goal for this Eagles offense.
Dunn, try to give a ball to Clark on the wing, but taken over by the Owls. Miss pass, and it will just go out of bounds. Clark will take the throw in. As they will do it again. I feel like I've said that a lot today in terms of throw-ins. Higgins will take this one. Takes it deep to Harriman. Harriman makes a cut towards the middle. Makes another person miss. Dumps it off to Schilter. Schilter takes a lot of space, a lot of green in front of her. She lays a through ball to Lasley. Lasley stops it right before the line, gives it up to Dunn. Dunn with a shot. Had Havey a little bit confused, but Havey will recover and will try to get this ball out. Havey just looks a little exhausted right now, Sam.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, the Eagles have just put up the pressure on offense from the opening minutes of this game. We saw right there, Lasley with a nice little setup to Dunn, and she had to collect herself before she got that ball. So the Eagles are definitely keeping her busy tonight.
Benson will take the throw into Schilter. Schilter gives it up to Higgins in the middle. Takes it up the field. She'll look to give a through ball to Harriman. Well defended by Marston. She has looked great defensively, shutting down a lot of opportunities for the Eagles.
Yeah, Marston has definitely been a very bright spot for this Owls defense, which has not been able to really find their footing in this game. So having her being able to just make her presence feel known on the field and make plays like that to keep as many goals away from your goalie as possible is crucial.
St. Louis down the sideline. Another cross from her. Crossing machine today. She'll take this one. Another cross. This one will go off the top netting. I mean, we brought it up. Havey has had a busy night already. She's already at her season averages in terms of shots faced and shots on goal. Eagles 22 shots already, 16 of those being on goal. Really efficient night. Messer takes it in the box. Messer trying to take a shot, but it'll be blocked and out for a corner.
Yeah, once again, that was number 20 for the Owls, Jocelyn Guyton, just right there to interrupt the play for the Owls, and just is having a very. And the Owls here really just have not found their footing, as we mentioned, and they need to figure out some sort of strategy as to slow down the Eagles' offense and try to get some points of their own before this period ends.
The Owls have 5 seniors on the roster, but pretty sure only Ivy and Ireland are the only ones playing right now, so they are really lacking senior depth, as I'm pretty sure Ashlyn Wing, Monica McLaughlin, and Alexis Rodriguez have all missed significant amount of time since conference play has started. Not sure, obviously, if those are injuries or not, but not something you really like to see as a head coach.
Yeah, whatever the case, whether it's injuries or anything else, you never want to see any players not being able to play. Injuries, particularly especially if you're a team like the Owls, who is severely shorthanded as it is, anything right now could be dampening for the rest of their season.
Ball given up. Harrington misplayed it off the head. The Eagles will take it. Dunn in the midfield, looking for something. Great cutback. She will draw the foul. Free kick, Eagles.
Yeah, it looks like Sierra Bryan got a bit too much contact there. The ref saw that there was a little bit too much with that play, and the Eagles have another chance to put some points on the board.
Dunn will take it. Let's see what the Eagles can draw her up here. She takes it. Great shot. Shot on net. Benson's there for the rebound. Another save by Havey. Dunn reclaims it. Dunn makes a cut. Trying to get a shot off, blocked by Marston. Benson regains it. Benson looking for something. Benson fakes the shot, makes a cut, trying to give a through ball to Lasley. She keeps it in. Great effort by Lasley. She cuts it down the sideline. Looked like, I'll say that was a cross more than a shot. Goes off the side netting. And it will be a goal kick for the Owls.
Yeah, going back to your point, Ken, that was absolutely phenomenal ball control right there from Lasley. It looked like from our angle that ball was going right out, but she was able to keep that in and just somewhat keep that play alive.
Addie Lasley, going back to what we said earlier, she was the North Atlantic Conference Rookie of the Year last year, and she's obviously a runner on the track team. Dual sport athlete here for the Eagles. She's pretty sure she was a state champion in the 100-meter dash in the state of Maine. She is really fast, a real weapon. We've seen it before. Sometimes they utilize it. As here she is right now, Lasley. She will get called offsides, taking back her second of the night. Can't tell if they called Harriman or Lasley on it. They both made a play for the ball. But either way, the refs probably won't change their decision in a 7-0 game in the first half. 3:15 to go in the first half. Eagles have controlled this game. Obviously, we can't say that enough. Their offense has looked really good. Defense shutting the Owls down every chance they get, winning every 50-50 ball, every ball in the air. Sam, what are your key takeaways so far in this first half?
So for the Owls, it's basically just been trying to stay into this game and figuring out a way to slow down this offensive clinic that has been the Eagles and what they've been putting on. That one shot from Ireland that we saw, that was their first and only shot of the game. And as we mentioned before, they're coming into this game with only 6 shots per game on the goal. So keeping their ball in the offensive end is going to be very crucial if they want to stay into this game. And as for the Eagles, well, what did we say that hasn't been said already? They've looked terrific on offense, passing the ball, and just on defense, even more spectacular. They're doing it all tonight.
As Lasley gets the ball, puts it in, and the brace she had taken away, she'll regain it. 2 on the night for her, 8-0 Eagles with 2:18 left in the first half.
That puts Lasley at 8 goals on the year this year, and her shot on goal percentage this year was at 66%, but with these 2 goals, it's definitely got up just a little bit.
Absolutely clinical. Jaw is dropped up here in the booth. The Eagles have looked so good. 8 goals in the first half. Sure, Coach Mullins will expand the bench a little bit, getting everybody some significant amount of playing time going into the second half. Great ball there. St. Louis drops it off for Clark. Clark cuts the sideline. I was going to say, it didn't look like she kept it in. Line judge will agree. It will be a goal kick for the Owls.
Yeah, going back to what you said about Coach Mullins, Caden, is that we can hear from outside the booth right now that despite the fact that the Eagles are up 8-0 in this first half, he's continuing to coach this Eagles team. He's calling out positions where he wants them on the field, setting up plays. He is definitely just in the zone right now in terms of getting his players to where they need to be.
And this will be the Eagles' last home game before conference tournament starts, that is. Only have 1 game left after this, which will be on Saturday versus Thomas College. So the coaching definitely will not stop from Mullins. He's got to get his players, make sure they're ready for a tough weekend ahead when conference tournament starts. Clark battling it on the wing, will be out off of her. The Owls will get the throw in.
Yeah, gotta give credit to number 9, Courtney West, for the Owls right there, just continuing to battle on defense, despite the fact that they're in an 0-8 hole. The Owls have not shown any signs of quit, which you gotta respect.
Harriman makes a cut. The Eagles will get another one before half. Messer gets her hat trick, I believe. Her 3rd on the night.
University goal, scorer number 9, Charlotte Messer, assisted by
9-0 in the first half. Just an offensive explosion. I just can't say it enough, Sam.
No, absolutely not, Caden. You got to give really good credit to the junior Kay Harriman right there, coming into this game with 2 assists on the year, make that her third, and sets up Messer's third goal of this game. So they are absolutely tearing it up and have shown no signs of slowing down.
Harriman wins a ball there, finding Lasley. Lasley finds Messer. I believe that is in the midfield, trying to give something to Harriman. But nothing will come of it. But Eagles win it back in the midfield. And they'll reset towards the corner, St. Louis. But that will do it. A 9-0 first half, Sam.
Yeah, we've just seen a lot of just the Eagles doing absolutely everything. They look like a well-oiled machine right now. Just getting to where they need to on offense, scoring goals, making crucial passes, playing phenomenal defense. They're doing everything right. And the Owls, I mean, you got to respect the fact that they are showing no signs of quit right now. They are hustling every step of the way and just trying to just stay in this game right now. But the struggles have shown for this team, and they're going to need a lot of mojo to get back into it.
9-0 Eagles after one half. We will be back in 14 minutes and 30 seconds. It's been Caden Trenowith with Sam Miller. We'll be back with the second half. And we are back after a 15-minute halftime. The Eagles and the Owls will retake the field. The Eagles, I mean, you can see it on the scoreboard. Absolutely insane numbers, Sam. If you want to read off some of these first half stats that they had.
Yeah, absolutely. So first we got Charlotte Messer, who is just having a great game with 6 shots on goal, 3 goals on her own, 2 assists. Of course, you have the fantastic Natalie Aviola with 6 shots, 5 shots on goal, and a hat trick of her own. You've got Addie Lasley, who has 5 shots, 3 shots on goal, 2 goals of her own. And, of course, Lindsay Russell with a goal of her own, 2 shots, 1 shot on goal. It has just been an offensive clinic for the Eagles. But for the Owls, we'll say, though, Marissa Havey, in that first half, 11 saves. So as the Eagles are keeping her on her toes, she has been very productive for this Owls team that has been struggling, and they're looking to get back into it.
Absolutely. And Havey has had herself a night in goal. She's made a couple of key saves. I mean, obviously the score doesn't reflect it, but she has made some great saves back there, really kind of staying calm, which is hard to do in a scoreline like this. But she's faced 30 shots in just a single half, which is not a great average if you're looking at it as a coach or a goalkeeper.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, in a game like this, what you're going to want to do is just try to stay in it, keep the positivity high, and just play your hearts out and just show that there is no quit in you no matter what. This Eagles team has been playing like a well-oiled machine since the very beginning and are looking like they're not going to be slowing down anytime soon. So we'll see how the Owls will combat this and try to get themselves back into this game.
And as we expected, the Eagles coming out with a whole new unit. I'm pretty sure the only remaining person out there is the woman in between the post and Madison Weigler. Looks like Hosford, Daggett, and Speed have replaced the upper 3 in the forward role. Martell, Dunn is still out there from the first half, and it looks like Harrington in the midfield. Isom out there on defense. Now I've lost them. They've all turned their backs on me. We're just trying to figure it out. Want to make sure players get their credit. As looks like Isom takes it up the sideline. It'll be out for a Eagles throw-in. But continuing on the point, Edie Shea out there. Cassie Schilter remains out there alongside Higgins holding down the back line. Believe that is everybody, hopefully. Martell in the midfield. Passes it up to Dunn. Back to Martell. Missed touch. Great block actually by Martell. She keeps it. It looked like a cross by Speed. Just a little wide. Speed out of Central High School. He's played 7 games on the season. Still hasn't played. Oh, she has played 9 games on the season. 2 goals. He's played really well. 2 of those goals coming against Linden, which was kind of a game like this. The Eagles had all their starters out in that first half. And I'm pretty sure that was one they won by 12, 11 goals. As misplayed by the Owls defense, Daggett will take it, win possession in the corner, running inside the 18. She gives it to Speed. Speed trying to find something. She'll cross. Taken in by Havey. As we've seen this also a lot tonight. Even now, with more of that second unit out there, Sam, just continuing to win these 50-50 balls or in the air balls for this Eagles midfield.
Yeah, and you got to really chalk that up to the Owls just being probably just not having some fresh legs out there. Of course, coming to this game with no substitutes whatsoever, fatigue has definitely been playing a factor for them. And this Eagles team, as we talked about, they are depth heavy. They have so many talented players coming off that bench. And when you're the Owls with, like we said, nothing going for you on the sideline, it is an uphill battle to climb.
I mean, we mentioned in the first half, Coach Mullins with 2 straight Rookie of the Year recruits. They probably won't win it this year. Wow, that was one heck of a shot by Dunn. We see it from her time and time again, just over the crossbar. But back to my point, Coach Mullins has 2 straight Rookie of the Year recruits. The only reason why we might not see a third is because how well the upperclassmen play. Obviously, the sophomore and Lasley with the Rookie of the Year recruit, and then Aviola with her Rookie of the Year recruit. It's really just a crowded team out there. So a third is probably not likely with only 1 game left in the season, but that's not to say this is not a great class for the Eagles.
Yeah, this team is going to be very deadly for the foreseeable future. And what makes it good about, especially this year, is like they have all those players on the bench with the playoffs just around the corner. So having all your upperclassmen playing as well as they are, and to have those younger up-and-comers just play very well off the bench is going to be crucial, not only for the playoffs, but for years to come for the Eagles as a whole.
Absolutely. We will probably see not a lot of subs for the Eagles in this half. Probably let this group finish it out. Hopefully trying to not risk any injury for anybody on the field. But more importantly, that starting 11 might even see goalkeeper change at some point. I mean, we talk about it time to time again. She's nearly full strength again, if not already. Hannah Kenny, the junior, suffering a torn ACL last year, trying to been battling back from it. She did start last game against Keene State, allowing 2 goals. She's played really well, sometimes coming in games like this. She came in against Linden, came in against Farmington. She got her first start, though, against, I think she actually got her first start against Linden, got the second start against Keene State. That was her first time really getting action like that. Obviously, that Linden game, she didn't face any shots. So it's really nice to see her battling back from an injury like that.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, and let's not beat around the bush. Hannah Kenny has had a very good year as a goalkeeper this year. Of course, Weigler has stepped up big time for the Eagles, but Kenny come into this game around 10 saves and has a save percentage of 71% for the Eagles this year. She has been nothing but efficient for this Eagles team when she's had her chance to play.
Absolutely. She obviously had that injury midseason last year. The freshman at the time, Madison Weigler, had to step in. She has not looked back. Obviously, the only game she hasn't started in since then for this Eagles team was the game Kenny went down. And then, obviously, the 2 so far this season that Kenny has played in. The Eagles, shot by Dunn. She is someone else who is not afraid to shoot it, kind of like an Aviola prototype. Just, well, as soon as you give her a little bit of space, she's going to take that shot.
Yeah, it just seems like she's picked her spot, like near the left side of the attack side of the field. She just loves to just set it up right behind the red line and just let it fly from there. I think that was her second attempt to just let it fly from there. Overshot it just a little bit.
Ireland trying to give a pass to West. Taken by Higgins, forcing it right back up to Speed. Speed gives it to Dunn. Dunn trying to feed it back towards the flag. As E.D. Shea, also coming back from an injury, who had a great freshman year. She was honored the last home game for senior. Not sure if she will come back, but she has been great in an Eagles uniform. especially in her freshman year. How about that? What a play. Speed. I believe that was a pass from Hosford across the 18. Speed made a great move on it, giving it up to Daggett. Daggett puts it in, but that was a great move and great play by Speed.
Yeah, just another great example of what the Eagles have been doing all night, and it's just certainly worked to their advantage. What I'd like to point out is that even though the fact that Mullins decided to pull out all of the big name players and just let the young up and comer just get their time, they have still controlled the majority of the pace for this game. They had kept the ball on their side of the field and just have not had or let the Owls just do their thing on offense.
Speed will get her first assist in her young college career, and Daggett will get her third goal in 10 games played. Only 138 minutes plus whatever she's going to get tonight. I mean, not a lot of minutes, but again, it's crowded up top with Aviola, St. Louis coming in and out, and of course, Addie Lasley. But KK Daggett, when she gets that opportunity, she is normally putting that ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, that's a prime example of what we've been discussing all game and how crucial it is for these players to come off the bench and just play very well for the Eagles. Daggett, as well as Speed, are a part of that young core that will be essential to the Eagles going forward. And for them to get these minutes right now, especially going into the playoffs, is crucial. So it's nice to see them get their opportunity to shine and make some big plays like we just saw.
Anything can happen come playoff time. Coach Mullins getting everybody prepared for it. I mean, even coming off the bench like this in now a 10-0 game, it's normally hard to keep that mentality, but Coach Mullins still coaching very hard out there, as you'd like to see in a situation like this going into playoffs. Got to make sure everybody is ready. You never know when someone's number might be called upon in a big moment. Anything can truly happen. It's Higgins trying to feed Speed. It's taken away. Is now fight for it in the middle. Done. Looking for Speed. Great defense there. Believe that was number 20, Jocelyn Gagnon, who didn't really play a lot in the start of the season, but this last couple of games, she started the last 5 and hasn't come off the field. Freshman defender out of Presque Isle. Ball is bouncing around a bit. Schilter just giving it up to Daggett. Daggett back to Dunn. Dunn trying to find Hosford on the through ball, but well defended. And one for the few times tonight, the Owls forcing it deep into the Husson defensive zone. Obviously, Husson had 75% of total possession in that first half, but out of that 75%, they only played 3% in a threatening goal scoring area. The Speed looking for some options. She'll find Martell to the flag. Martell trying to cross it in, but it will be out for a corner, deflected off of Gagnon. So Molly Finn will enter the game, a talented midfielder passer, and Maddie Griffin will also enter the game.
Maddie Griffin in for number 19, Madison Higgins.
Taking out Paige Dunn and Madison Higgins.
Paige Dunn.
Finn coming into this game with 16 games played, has scored a singular goal, and again is just a part of that young core for the Eagles who are looking to make a name for themselves as the year progresses.
Molly Finn has looked really good in opportunities she's had to shine. Very talented in the midfield, has great ball control and great vision, normally setting up a lot of plays. I think it was UMF when me and Avery were on the call. She believed she had a goal in that one and 2 assists, or at least a pass that was that gave Aviola an assist. Normally really commanding that midfield spot, as Shea gives it all the way out wide to Harrington. Harrington taking a lot of space, trying to find Hosford, as she will be offside again. Hosford picking up 2 offsides in about a 5-minute span. Hosford is another one of those young talented freshmen out of Bucksport, Maine. 61 goals at Bucksport High School was a Class C record and all-time at Bucksport. She's the 10th all-time in Maine in terms of goals. So she had herself quite a career in high school right down the road in Bucksport.
Yeah, add that to the list of Coach Mullen just, again, working his magic and finding the best available talent to come to his team and provide a spark for this well-oiled machine. We said it once, said it 1,000 times. Catch me. The well-oiled machine, that is this Eagles offense.
Caitlin Haley, junior defenseman, will come in for Kaylee Shilter. As now I believe everybody who has had minutes in the first half has been subbed out, except for Madison Weigler.
Cassie Shilter.
It's a bouncing ball to Hosford, but she'll just let it go out of bounds for a throw-in. The Owls trying to make something happen. Floodlights are finally in full effect here. Boucher Field. As the Owls, Ireland trying to make a move. Edie Shea, great defense, forcing it out of bounds, and the Eagles will retain possession.
Yeah, terrific defense right there from Shea. Ireland, who has been kept very quiet for this Owls offense, who is usually a spark for them, she has just been put through the ringer by this physical Eagles defense, and it certainly showed there.
This is a rivalry that have known each other since 1992. Presque Isle and Husson, 2 of the most northern colleges in the United States. I think they're the 2 most northern colleges in Division III. But all time, Presque Isle actually holds quite the advantage. 21, 15, and 3. That includes a 13-game winning streak from 1992 to 1998. But since 2006, Husson going on a streak of their own. 0-9-1 Presque Isle has been against this team. As we got a fly on the camera, look at that. Eating up some screen.
It is something you don't really see every day.
Yeah. He's not scared. He's obviously, oh, he's gone.
Buzz, 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 buddy.
Samuel Arrest entering the game. Laura Martell will come off.
Substitution for the Eagles into the game. Number 4, Sammy Orest, in for number 7, Laura Martell.
As the cross will come in. Avey is there to scoop it up. She will try to get it away.
Yeah, going back to your point about the historic matchups between Husson and Presque Isle, their last matchup, Husson actually won 6-2. Obviously, quite a different result that we have here today, but which is kind of ironic considering that Aviola, as she did last time they matched up, 3 goals, and Weigler only 2 goals allowed in that game. And of course, in this game, the Owls have not been as lucky keeping it on this side of the field. And as for the Presque Isle in this case, Ireland and McLaughlin had 1 goal apiece. So we'll see if they can get on the goal or get on the board here.
Well, Flagler scoops up the ball. She will look for something. Held pretty accountable today, and really not much for her to do. Scooping up the ball, playing it back every once in a while, but other than that, she's been pretty sure she's pretty cold out there. Cold weather starting to kick in here in Maine. Haley trying to give it up, but kicked out. The one time, going back to the all-time records, the one time that since 2006 that Umpy has not lost to this Husson team was last year in a North Atlantic Conference matchup. The Umpy Owls tied the Eagles 1-1, which was pretty huge for them at that point. I'm pretty sure they were fighting for a conference playoff bid right then, tying the Eagles, who were sitting comfortably in first place last year. That was a pretty statement win. I don't think they ended up getting into the playoffs, but they were very close. Curry gets it taken away in the midfield. Hosford right through the Husson logo, trying to give it up for Finn on a through ball. Well defended for the Owls, as it looks like Ivy will clear it. Great defense by Miller, trying to get in Finn's way.
Yeah, got to give credit to the Owls right here. Even though, despite they're down double digits here in the second half, they are showing no signs of quit, and they're just still playing their hearts out despite being without any substitutes this game. Then you got to give them a lot of credit for that. It's not easy playing an away game, no less, with nobody on your sideline to come in and fill some time for you. So really got to put a lot of respect on that.
A lot of people fail to recognize how long Presque Isle actually is from Bangor. I mean, I failed to even recognize it, and I live here in the state of Maine. Presque Isle is actually 2.5 hours north from here, if you can believe it. So here's Daggett trying to make something happen, trying to make a move. I think that was Marston with some great defense on her. As Curry on the wing tried to make a pass, but it will go out of bounds.
Yeah, I got to give credit to Marston as well as Courtney West right there to break up that play for the Owls. As it seems like since the second half and all these subs have come in, the Owls have definitely stepped up their defensive intensity. They've been flying to the ball a lot faster. They've been able to stop goals from going in. I think besides that one goal that we saw earlier today, they have been very stellar in the second half.
I believe Allie Cameron and Kate Harriman will re-enter. Well, Kate Harriman re-enters. Allie Cameron making her first appearance on the night. 4 games played with her, the freshman out of Herman, Maine. 1 goal in 62 minutes played. On her first career shot against UMF, she got her first career goal. Can't ask for a better percentage than that. She will enter here in a 10-0 game versus Presque Isle. Finn in the midfield. Trying to get it to Cameron. Rest. Out past her. Turned it over. Finn gets trying to battle it back. Still get it up to Ireland. Umpy will. She's trying to force something. Trying to give a through ball to West. Well defended by Shea. Making a cutback move. Now the Eagles, it will go out of bounds for an Umpy throw-in. So it looks like, I believe that is West that's going to take it. Gets it in pretty deep, but Eagles clear it out. Hosford That's a great ball from her, trying to get it to speed. Well defended by Ivy. Allie in the midfield finds Arrest. Bobbles a little bit. She's just trying to get it out wide. Trying to give a through ball. Believe that is number 28 Harrington out on that wing. Just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah, it looks like Arrest saw Harrington running up that left sideline and wanted to set it up for what could have been a very long but impressive side shot. But as you say, Kaden, put a little bit too far out, and as a result, we'll see what happens here.
Great pass. Speed runs on it. Flag stays down. Just held on to it for a little too long. Great read by Havey. She shuts down the Eagles again. And the score does not reflect it, but Havey has looked really good tonight.
Absolutely, Kaden. That was a phenomenal save right there from Havey with the awareness to just not time that too early or too late. She timed it just right as Speed, as you said, took a little bit too much time with that ball. And as a result, she was able to predict and counter that attack from the Eagles.
Finn working on it in the midfield. Loses it. But I believe Griffin was there to win it back. And now the Eagles playing with a bouncing ball. Finn makes a hard challenge. Good sportsmanship there. She helps. I believe that is number 28 or just 20. Gagnon to her feet.
Yeah, it looked like when Arrest headed that ball in the air, Finn and Gagnon tried going for it, and just as a result, just Finn, I don't believe, noticed that Gagnon was there and they ended up running into each other.
Gagnon will take this ball after getting checked on by the referee. She will give it, I believe Griffin right there to win that ball. She'll get it out wide to Harrington. Harrington up to Harriman. Finn trying to give it right back to her on a give and go. But Cameron will end up with it in the midfield. Idea was there by Cameron. Speed, I think, just wasn't really aware of the ball. Didn't want to run onto it as Havey, I believe, would have beat her there either way. Havey, good win by Haley. Arrest with it in the midfield after it being batted around for a little bit. Finn makes a move. Great move by Finn. Finn with a shot. Off the rebound, Hosford skies it. That would have been her first college goal.
Yeah, that move from Finn right there was very, very smooth. She was able just to cross that defender over, essentially. Pardon my basketball terms on a soccer broadcast, but she was able to just slither her way down the field, try to set up, I believe it was Hosford for that goal, but Hosford put it a little bit too high.
We talked about it a little bit. Hosford, one heck of a high school resume in terms of goal scoring. Has yet to get her first college goal, though, in the 213 minutes she has played. But she has found herself in the assist department. I think she assisted, I believe it was Harriman in a game against Linden that ended in 11-0. But I believe once she gets one and a little bit more consistent playing time, she will probably be in the goal scoring column quite a bit.
Absolutely, and that just really goes to show how deep and talented this Eagles squad is. When you have people like Hosford, as you mentioned, who was phenomenal in high school, coming off the bench to players such as Lassity, Aviola, and the rest of these Eagles stars, I mean, this team is going to be very dangerous.
Harriman makes a move, trying to work past the Owls. I think she was looking for a pass to Hosford, just couldn't get it off. Great defense by the Owls. Arrest trying to force something in. That was actually a great ball. Speed couldn't get there, but Haley will. Haley working towards the flag. And it will go out for a corner, I believe. Laura Martell
Substitutions for the Eagles in the game.
and
Number
Lindsay Reed will
7, Laura
re-enter.
Martell, and number 12, Lindsay Reed. And for number 30, Riley Speed, and number 31, Edie Shea.
Riley Speed and Edie Shea will come off as the Eagles will get ready for this corner. Great ball in, great shot off the post. Harriman there to finish it. Believe, not sure who got the first head on it, but that was a great opportunity. But then Harriman right there to finish it. The Eagles add another goal to this impressive night.
Yeah, it seems like, I believe it was number 7, Laura Mattel, that was able to head that up into the air. And it looked like it went in for a minute, but there was a little bit of confusion. But in the midst of that, Harriman came in out of nowhere and just finished that play off for the Eagles as they add another goal to what has been a monstrous day.
Cameron in the midfield with it, looking for something. Trying to give a through ball. Great block by number 8, Amelia Ivy. It's a great run by Harriman. Harriman with some speed. Harriman try to take a touch around Havey,
Husson University
but couldn't
goals
get it.
for number 11, Kate Harriman, assisted by number 7, Laura Martell.
The clock will stop. Not sure what happened. Clock will be set.
Clock was off by 30 seconds.
As Huey will tell us, the clock was off by 30 seconds.
They want to give a big shout out to our guy Ryan Barnes running the clock right now, helping us out with the clock.
As this ball will go out for a Eagles throw-in. Eagles, I mean, we've talked about it a little bit. Very important to rest their starters in a game like this. But more importantly, they got a big matchup against Thomas College right before conference play. You'd like to win that one. Hopefully things fall in your favor. You're able to host. I mean, they are right on that bubble. Not sure if they will be able to or not. I think things have to fall in their way a little bit. I think their loss to Leslie University last week really hurt them in their chances, but anything is possible.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what can happen in that Thomas game. With the Eagles especially, if we said it once, said 1,000 times, this Eagles team has all the talent necessary to go to the promised land and get that championship again. They've got talent up the wazoo with that bench. They're well coached. They've been able, in this game in particular, they've been able to get out and execute their game plans. So they're going to be a very dangerous team regardless if they host or not. They are going to be a team to watch out for.
Obviously, last year, Husson won the East Division Championship 3-1 over MMA. Lost 2-3 against SUNY Delhi in the NAC Championship, but what a game that was. Late goal in the 89th minute by Delhi tied the game with a minute left on the clock. Goal in the 97th minute sealed the deal for Delhi as they went on to win it. As I believe Reed just made a good play on the ball, but it will go wide for goal kick. But most importantly in that game was played 10v10. Both players played down a player from the 36th minute on. I believe 2 red cards were handed out pretty early. We would hope to see a rematch. Both those teams are very good once again. But that is a long ways away and a lot of games to win for both those teams for it to happen. West with it now for the Owls. Try to force a through ball to Ireland. Weigler is there just to scoop it up. She played with it for a little bit, draining out the clock. She will roll it out wide. Harrington with it now on the sideline, trying to give a ball to her rest, but I think that was someone was there to touch it at least. This ball, Reed again gets another one. Reed with a shot. Great save by Havey. Molly Finn, great defense. Great move. Trying to create some space. Really locked down on that wing right now. She gives the ball off to Haley. Haley trying to find Hosford. Hosford lets it go for Harriman. Great defense by Marston to just clear it out.
Yeah, it seems like Marston and Gagnon in particular have been all over this game in terms of the defense. They have just been right there to either hold them up in the corner or just stop plays altogether. So they've been very disruptive, even though the score might not say so. They've had a big impact on this game.
The Eagles now up to 45 shots on the night, 27 of those being on target. Havey has had herself a night in goal. This one, Eagles regrouping it a little bit. Haley with it. Haley to Cameron. Cameron looking for something. Trying to split it. Right idea. Great defense by Gagnon. Out for a Husson throw-in. Quickly taken to Hosford. Hosford trying to cross it. Harrington was there. It's a great little play by Hosford. Just couldn't get it down and controlled. Great ball. Hosford with a shot. Blocked by Havey. Reed with it now. She takes the shot. She gets it. And how about that? Lindsay Reed with her first collegiate goal of her career.
Yeah, it's good. That was great work there from the Eagles offense. Reed was just swarmed by defenders right there, and it looked like when Havey saw the ball, she tried to jump on it, but just got her timing a little bit too early, and as a result, as soon as she fell onto the ground, Reed just slipped it right in, and the Eagles just add on to this lead.
Taylor Isom will re-enter the game. I think she's taken out Abby Harrington on that wing.
Substitution into the game, number 15, Taylor Isom, in for number 28, Abby Harrington.
11:15 to go. As the Eagles very well onto a 6-1 conference record, 11-5-1 overall. Haley up the sideline, West on her, trying to give a through ball to Reed. Great defense by Reed, but it will be called a foul. They take it quickly to West. West. I believe West was finding Bryant in the midfield, but Bryant kicked it out of bounds. As the Eagles will regain possession, Finn trying to make a turn, but taken away. Great challenge by Cameron on Ireland. The Eagles have done great not letting her get control of that ball tonight. Haley down the sideline. Deflected, taken away by the Owls. West gives it up to the midfield. Rest gets the steal. Battling around some players, giving it up to Reed. Reed, great job getting the ball around the defender, but no one was home. Ball will go out of bounds for the Eagles throw in. Taken towards Finn. Finn mishandles it. Hosford was there, but it will be turned over. What about this Eagles defense really shutting down one of the most lethal players in the NAC in Ireland, Sam?
Yeah, Ireland has just been a very big factor for this Owls team as a whole, and as you said, has been one of the more efficient players in North Atlantic Conference. So it feels, when you know that she's having a struggling night, you know the defense has been very, very on point, and that is what the Eagles have been all night. Offense, defense, and especially right now with all their starters getting all the rest they need as the playoffs are approaching, it is very welcoming to see if you're Coach Mullins, these players who are young, looking to prove themselves and make a name for themselves as the years go on. It is really welcoming to see them play this well in this game.
Mentioned it a little bit before. Ireland returning for her senior year this year, but last year was the story. Led her team in goals and assists and minutes, along with 2 game-winning goals, helping her team to a record of 6-4-4, 5-2-1 in conference. That team, they lost 6 seniors, including a goalie, 2 forwards, 2 midfielders, and a defenseman. That ball will go out of bounds, and Harriman will be there to throw it in, but she will actually hand it off to Isom. Molly Finn will get called with a handball, as we are in the final 8 minutes. Free kick for the Owls. Molly Finn wins it, but unfortunately just gives it right back off the head. West. Good defense by Sammy Orest, as now Finn will take it, giving up to Reed. Reed made a great touch. Reed looking for a cross. Great defense. Hosford goes down. Probably not a call you're going to get in a 12-0 game, Sam.
Yeah. At this point, it's very unlikely considering how this game has been very one-sided since the opening minutes. But I mean, of course, if you're going to miss calls like that, or calls of any kind, of course, if you're any team, you're going to want a call to go your way. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. It's just the way of the game. Not much you can do about it there.
So far for the Eagles, Charlotte Messer, probably the MVP of this game. Hosford takes a shot just a little wide, but Charlotte Messer going back to it. 3 goals on 2 assists in just that first half she played. Sharing a hat trick with Aviola. Lasley had 2. Lindsay Russell with 1. And Lindsay Reed obviously just picking up her first as well. Kate Harriman and Caitlin Daggett also picking up some on the bench, but really the story of this game is Husson has 12 goals, and they have 10 assists on the night. I mean, that's not something you see a whole lot in games like this. Normally you see a lot of individual play, but 10 assists on 12 goals is a really good stat to have. That's something that will make Coach Mullins smile when he gets that final paper.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, any good sport, it's about chemistry and being able to get your teammates involved. And it seems like, and as you mentioned, every single goal, at least one player has been involved in every single one of them. So that's really welcoming to see if you are Coach Mullins. And once again, makes the Eagles very, very deadly going forward.
Probably the only time there was an assist tonight was when the Eagles had that ball bouncing around a lot. You think about it going off the post. That last one we saw, I don't think that one technically counts as an assist, but I mean the Eagles had the possession the entire time. This one will go out for a Husson throw-in. We are in the final 4:30 of this game. Finn dumps it off. Great ball into the 18. Hosford's there. Finn right back into the action. She blocks a pass. Harriman making some people miss out there. So it'll go out, believe, for a goal kick.
Yeah, Harriman had a Nice little weave right there. She weaved her way through one, weaved her way through the other, and looked like she was open for a goal, but good recovery right there from the Owls to put a stop to that possession.
It'll actually be a corner, and Laura Martell will take it. See what the Eagles can do. They've been really effective on these corners the last couple of games.
Yeah, coming into this game in particular, they had 62 corner kicks on the year, had a few tonight, and it seems like like you said, Kaden, whenever it seems to come to that with those corner kicks, they seem to really like to capitalize on them.
They have had 10 corners on the night, but you mix that with the amount of cross balls they've had, crossing the ball into the box has really been what this Eagles offense has looked good doing tonight. I mean, you think of St. Louis in that first half, multiple of those Eagles goals and chances came from when she ran it down the sideline, got as close to the end line as possible, crossing it right in for someone to be there. Normally it was probably Aviola, Messer, or Lasley. Seems to be a little bit of confusion. No one really knows if it was a goal kick or a corner kick. Looks like the goal kick will win that. For this Saturday, it won't be here, but so this will hopefully not, but this might be the final Husson Eagles Sports Network broadcast for women's soccer this year. Has been one fun year, though. This Eagles team has looked really good. It's obviously my first year doing this, and I've had a lot of fun calling this team. They've looked really good. I think one of the best games I watched was their game against Tufts. Tufts was on the bubble of being top 25 in the nation when they were playing them. Devin St. Louis with a goal, pretty sure in like the 83rd minute, scored, tied the game. That was a really big win, and that really put the Eagles on the right track. I mean, they'd lose the next game to UNE, but after that, they've gone 1-5 since.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Kaden. This has been a phenomenal year for Eagles women's soccer. They have just looked so good last year. One could say arguably even better than they did last year. And they're proving right now as to why they deserve another chance to go get another championship. You talked about the game against SUNY Delhi, and they're out there with something to prove this year to go back to that and get some revenge in a way, assuming they play Delhi in that championship game. If they make it, this team has a lot to prove, and if it's anything like this, they are going to be very deadly going forward.
Another stat that really proves the scouting mentality of Coach Mullins. I mean, this Umpy team had 15 players on the roster before. I'm pretty sure injuries or some other issues took over. But now, comparing that to what Coach Mullins has built, this Eagles team has 2 teams compared to Umpy. This team has 33 players, just a really deep bench, and every one of those players is very much quality. As that will do it, 12-0. And just like that, the Eagles will improve to 6-1 in conference play. Only have one game left before the tournament starts. They will be at Talmadge College on Saturday, October 21st, 1 p.m. Pretty sure they will have a stream there if you want to watch it. You can just go to the Husson Athletics page, go to that game, and click the little TV button. You should be able to pull it up and watch it. But other than that, just an offensive explosion. First game we've called together, Sam. What was your takeaways?
So with this game, we've talked about it a lot on this broadcast, but the offensive ability of the Eagles has been nothing to scoff at. They have looked absolutely on fire since the opening minutes of this game, and they showed it today. The cross kicks were on point, 10 assists on 12 goals. The teamwork was there. They seem to be doing everything right. And in terms for the Owls, this is not the way you really want to go out. I mean, of course, I believe one game left of the season for them as well. 0-14, I believe, on the year now. They've had a lot of struggle, but you got to give them credit. They were battling in this game despite the score difference. They really showed a lot of grit and integrity out there, just fighting no matter what, and that you got to respect that. But as for the Eagles, once again, this team is going to be very deadly going into the playoffs, and what a way to go out. If this is our last broadcast on Husson Eagles Sports Network, we couldn't have probably chosen a better game to do with the Eagles putting on an absolutely dominant performance on both ends of the field.
Absolutely. I believe the men's team for Husson also doesn't have another home game. So, I mean, for soccer, unless a team hosts, this is it. It has been a true honor, true privilege. Eagles, 12-0 win over Umpy tonight. We hope to see you again. We hope this isn't our last broadcast till 2024. But if it is, we will see you then. It's been Caden Trenowith alongside Sam Miller. Everybody have a great night.